Okay, let's get back into it. Hey, want to buy an extra seed slot? It's $5,000, but I'll be able to chase 18 instead of 7, yes. So the triple P is, or sorry, 3-peater is literally, it shoots peas in 3 lanes. I have 2 drinks here. Both half finished. This one's the older one. Let's see here. Like, it's nice that like, I do like having the extra seed slot, obviously. But sometimes it is annoying having to pick that many seeds for a level when you're just like, yeah, I think I only need my basic bitch setup. I probably should put it in front of this walnut, but meh. Oh yeah, and you can't plant stuff like this that needs to go underground on lily pads, obviously. You gotta keep the realism up. God, this is like so ugly. Oh, please don't tell me the... Said a mini heart attack. So, whenever something can't upload on PlayStation, it gives you this error. And usually it means the video's corrupted. In this case, I just somehow lost internet connection, even though I'm wired to my router. I don't know. Maybe PlayStation had a blip or something. But anyway, heart attack averted. One sec. You can listen to the good beats. So there was just id Software, the guys who do Doom, one of my favorite developers of all time. They do these weekly, whenever a new game comes out, or have since, I guess only twice isn't really every time, but anyway, since Doom Eternal, which was like, came out in March of 2020, so obviously they streamed from, like, it was originally like a celebration of like, hey, we're streaming from home, Hugo Martin, who's like the lead game director, playing the game, come in and watch and learn about the development of the game. It's this really cute thing that I personally loved, because I got to hear more about the development of what ended up being my favorite game of all time. They are repeating that with Dark Ages, even though, you know, there's not like a lockdown or anything. And they're doing it every week, and have for a while, but there's like a week or two where they had to skip a stream because of tech issues and all this other stuff. So they finally beat the game last week, or the week before, I can't remember which. but they're still gonna keep doing the streams and like having other people play the game, have other devs join in and all that kind of stuff. So the last stream was last night. I haven't watched these streams since the first one, basically. Just because usually when they happen, I'm at like work or there's something else going on. So yeah. Apparently last night they spent a lot of time talking about the DLC for Dark Ages. So I might scroll through that and do like a react video, or I might just read like this tweet that I found. I don't know which yet. But yeah, even as somebody who... I do not think Dark Ages is a bad game by any fucking stretch of the imagination. I still think it's probably one of the best first-person shooters ever. I just didn't like it as much as Eternal, which I basically... From day one, when they kept saying it's slower than Eternal, I'm like, oh, I'm probably not gonna like this as much as Eternal then. Like, from day one, I basically accepted that. But I am still very fucking excited for the DLC. Because I think, personally, that even as somebody who I didn't hate the Ancient Gods, which is like the DLC for Eternal. I did not hate that DLC at all. It was just more Eternal, which is, again, not a bad thing. But I do think they did some section. By the way, that's a new plant. It's like a little vine nest. As zombies go through it, they get pulled down. It's very simple, very basic. Anyway, back to the Doom talk. So yeah, this plant is very useful. What else? We're talking about Doom. That's right. So like, I'm one of the ones that liked Ancient Gods. I thought it was a fine game or fine DLC. Just some parts of it were overtuned a bit, based on like reaction to Eternal as a whole. Like they literally took the complaint that you're forced to use certain guns and went, no, you fucking aren't. Here's what it feels like to be forced to use a certain gun with certain enemies. And they made the stupid ghost enemies. And like, yeah, that's how people acted about Eternal when it came out. Like, you can not like the speed of Eternal, that's fine. You cannot like the platforming, that's fine. Saying you're forced to use certain guns is just fucking stupid. Like, I will never understand how people can think that. But that's just me. Anyway, so, I do think that they learned from Ancient Gods how not to do DLC, because that was quite literally, I guess, Rage did get DLC. I can't remember if both Rage games did or not, but I'm pretty sure the first game did. But anyway. So it's like the first, like, modern time doing DLC with, like, this new team and everything. So, like, I get it, there's gonna be rough patches. Plus having to develop it in the middle of lockdown and stuff like that. Or finish developing it in the middle of lockdown. Yeah, there were gonna be growing pains, obviously. But, like, I'm repeating myself a lot with this. But I am very excited for Dark Ages' DLC. Just because of how... the way that Hugo is talking about this DLC makes me more excited for the DLC. Is basically what I'm trying to say. He's saying there's gonna be a lot more exploration. It's gonna be a bit kind of like a Metroidvania-like DLC, which I am 100% down with. I love that genre. Yeah, I do think that DLC is gonna be very good. And I cannot wait. And I remember that Microsoft leak from 2021, no, the leak was in 2023, which is how we found out about Dark Ages in the first place, and back then it was called Doom Year Zero, because Hugo is a fucking nerd, so he named it after a Batman comic. Or, I guess Year One is technically the name of the Batman comic, but... Yeah, he admitted that, like, the leaked name of Dark Ages being Year Zero was because it was a reference to Batman. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, talking about the DLC. So yeah, I'm expecting that to be good. I hope that leaked Microsoft thing said there's going to be at least 2 DLCs for Dark Ages. We know there's going to be one, because it was promised when you pre-ordered the Deluxe Edition you'd get the campaign DLC for free. The first one. Like, it wasn't directly said to be the first DLC, but it said story DLC will be included. Which is going to be funny if they do a second story DLC and it's not free, and people are going to be very pissy. I can see it already. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. A lot of what Hugo was saying is making me excited. I do wonder if it's going to be announced at Game Awards in December, which I'd be fine with. As of right now, I am not reacting to the Game Awards just because that show starts at I think it's 6, and that usually goes until fucking 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I do not have the energy in me to react for 4 hours straight. Especially when a lot of those games are just things I do not care about, personally. I do not care about mobile gacha games. I am sorry, I will never care about them. They're just boring to me. Even there's I can't remember what series I loved that got a gacha game, and I tried it, and I'm like, yeah, this is boring as fuck, sorry. I can't even remember what series it was now, and it's gonna bother me. But anyway, yeah, a lot of those games at Game Awards are usually mobile gacha games, and for every one game that I'm excited for, there's usually 20 that I'm just oh, can this ad end already? And I just don't think that would make good content, personally. Yeah, maybe we get the trailer for Doom DLC at Game Awards. That would be fucking rad if it does happen. I don't think it will, but it'd be cool. I do think Microsoft is gonna hold off on announcing that kind of stuff until it's their own event or something, because we know Jeff asks for a fuck ton of money for Game Awards ads. It's I think it was announced last year that a 30-second ad was almost $400,000, which is something that A, most indie devs will never be able to afford, B, is something that most AAA publishers will not want to pay for, which is why it's mainly mobile and gacha games, because $400,000 is a drop in the bucket to them. Anyway, we finally got the car keys. I'll shut up about Doom. Anyway. Hey, you found my car key. You know what that means. Crazy Dave's Dinkies is open for business. Have a look. See if you can find something you like. This extra seed slot will let you choose 9 slots. Pool cleaners add an extra lighting defense to the pool levels. Yes, let's just buy these right away, even though I haven't had to use a lawnmower yet, just in case. The garden rake kicks the first zombie that steps on it. It lasts for 3 levels. Twin sunflower, you basically... So you take the sunflower, and then you take this upgrade with it, and then you place the twin sunflower on a regular sunflower, and then it makes it do twice as much sun. Oh yeah, the second part hasn't opened yet. Funny thing about the zombie process, sometimes it makes them come out real little. Real little, real mean! Defend your shins! I do have to stop it here, sadly, because I have to deal with something quick. I'll be right back. Bye-bye.